Hey guys, welcome to another edition of Gaming Night. This is another edition of awesome board games in my collection. So today we're going to be taking a look at Electronic Mystery Mansions, an older game. So first I'm going to go over some of the components. So for those that aren't familiar, you have some furniture. This is like from the black side. It's like the arcade. Got pinball machines. It's kind of cool. To lamps. So, and then they got all the furniture is color coded. You got a pool table. A computer, old style. To a classic bed. And then you have like the rug. And then we have the items. Oh, and the spa. And then you have all these different clue cards. You have the action cards like look, move, and search. Then you have the items like the key. You have the butler. Blame it on the butler. The letter. The cassette tape. And then you got like the chauffeur. You have a map. You know, you have all these different items that you need. And cards. These are all the important cards you need. Of course, then you have the game board, which is kind of like a three-dimensional feel to it. And the most important aspect of the game is what I'll save for last. Is the electronic device itself. So this has got the meat of the game in it. This will give you the layout of the game. What's nice about this game is if you don't finish it in one sitting, you can turn this off. Well, let it turn off itself. And when you turn it back on, it'll ask you if you want to continue where you left off. So basically, as long as you didn't, touch your board, you can continue where you left off. And then this game was really nice that they have unisex characters. So you have one male and one female of each color, so you don't have to play as your normal thing. But the way this game works is you're going to be going through the mansion and searching items, and each item, if I can find one that actually is easy to see. Because some of these are really hard to see. See if I can find numbers for you guys. There's like little numbers on these. And I noticed that some of the items are really easy to see and others are really hard to see. That's why it's nice to have the rule book. Yeah. There's a really tiny number there. I don't know if it's going to focus. but that number you key into the game and it'll give you a clue. And either it'll be a verbal clue, which you can hear and everyone else can hear. And then there's a private clue where it'll beep and you just read the text and you keep it to yourself. And then through process of elimination, you're going to get items that you need to have to win the game, because the game will tell you to win the game you need the maid and a maid and a key. If you have those two items, then you can unlock that. When you find a treasure, you can unlock it. And then there'll be the game. So the game is very interactive with each other. So even when it's not your turn, it's very engaging, because you're going to be like, okay, this person just moved into this new room. This is the kitchen. And you got a clue or from another game saying, okay, from the game saying that the money is in the kitchen. So you're like, okay, that's the kitchen. So you want to get to the kitchen. So then you make a note of it, because every clue you get is important. And then it'll say, okay, the money is not in the not in the stove and not in the refrigerator. So you can put that down. So when it's not your turn, you're gonna be engaging. And then you can take items from another player. So once you have all items have been acclaimed, you can start. You can take an item from a player. So you don't announce what you're going to take. You just roll die, and if you're higher than their results, then you can take the item of your choice. You look at the items, and then you take whatever one you want. So the rules aren't really that detailed, but I would imagine you just basically look at their hand, take whatever item you want, and if they don't have the item, then you take every item you don't need. Just call the bluff, and they'll think you need that one. So that's why they don't want you to announce what you're looking for, because if you announce what you're looking for and they don't have it, they don't know that it's important. So you kind of just grab what you want. So, but yeah, the game is very random. It's like we played at least 5 times now, and the game has not been the same. There's like we've had it where the kitchen was in the same spot 2 games, but the items were completely different in there. They always seem to have at least one item that's always the same. I noticed, like if it's a kitchen, it's most likely gonna have the refrigerator or something like that, or a stove or something. Like was one where we played one game where the master bedroom had a spa, and an arcade game. I think that was was the arcade game, and then we went to the one time we went into the exercise room. I think is what it's called. It had the spa and the treadmill, so it was kind of interesting. The layout's different. And it's kind of cool. You get the game's kind of really nice because you get the physical furniture, so you can, if you like one of those people who like to place furniture in a specific spot, you can just basically play it, the way it looks nice to you. So not only do you tells you what items, you just put them wherever you want in the room, so it kind of like gives that creative flow for it. And the game's not really long. I think the longest game we played was 20 minutes. I'm sure it all depends on like if you get lucky too. But the longest game I think we played was a half an hour. I think I don't even know if they even tell you the running time on this spot. No, they don't. They didn't do that back then because they didn't. Nowadays they put those time frames on the box and they're not even accurate. So I always double the time when they do say that. Rarely does it. But even for 80s game, this was a really well done box. I mean, they really know what they were doing on the box. Like, the artwork is really nice. They show what the game looks like when you play it. Because now, most games nowadays, they sometimes just put text on the back. Yes, it shows families playing, and kids playing and stuff like that. But at least you can see what the components look like when it's out and stuff. And it shows like what it looks like, the device when it goes off, and the magnifying glass and all that stuff, but yeah, it's pretty cool. So yeah, it's held up pretty good for how old this game is. It came out in what year was this one? 1995. So it's not too old, but you know, I'd say it's a pretty decent age. I would have thought this came out in the 80s, just the way the artwork is, but it's the 90s, so anyways, that's another awesome board game in our collection that we have a lot of fun with. I did put up a gameplay session through it, but we screwed up on the last part of the game because we didn't we stopped recording before we finished it and didn't realize we didn't win. So we went back and found out that, you know. So maybe we'll go play another game of this soon. Maybe record a session full through. Stuff like that for you guys. But anyways, thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next time.